From apartment moratorium to Shem Creek to her 2 years in office, Mount Pleasant Mayor Linda Page sits down with me one-on-one for this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. So, as we sit here right now, there was a big, huge meeting for you last night. The Mount Pleasant Town Council meeting.
It was a long meeting.
I was going to say, how are you emotionally?
A little tired.
Yes.
Could have probably stayed at home a little later this morning, but I'm good.
That's awesome, Linda.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good, glad to hear it.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Can't believe it's been last year already.
Yeah.
You've been a busy guy.
Yes, a lot of interviews.
Lots of videos I've been watching.
Thank you, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's going on here in Mount Pleasant.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
let's talk about the obvious, the apartment moratorium. Last night, Mount Pleasant Town Council voted to enact a 6-month moratorium on new apartments in Mount Pleasant. And I know that Councilman Bustos basically says that the moratorium is necessary because the town is really populated with schools and roads and whatnot. And then you have others who say that the moratorium will make things really worse here in Mount Pleasant. When you hear that, what do you say?
Well, I'm not a fan of moratoriums. I think that they're not seeking solution. My thoughts on moratoriums are, even the word is stopping. And I don't think that that's our answer. Do we have issues? Do we have problems? Do we need infrastructure improvements? Absolutely. We're building new schools. We have some schools that are overcrowded. We have some schools that are under capacity. So I think that there is other conversation to be had other than moratorium, so I didn't support the motion.
Yeah. Something that you all are really supporting around here is the lawsuit that the Shem Creek brought a couple of weeks ago. And I'm wondering, where are you emotionally with that, Linda?
Well, I wasn't emotionally tied to it. I was saddened by the fact that a group of citizens would sue the town. I had not heard of that before. We are in lawsuits often with developers or maybe a citizen with an injury or some issue like that. So I was saddened more than anything by the lawsuit. I understood their point of view. I didn't agree with them. I think they were wrong, and I think we would have won the lawsuit. Am I ultimately happy that it went away?
Right.
Absolutely. I think the town and the taxpayers are winners when we're not embattled with citizens. I mean, what message would that send? So I'm not emotional about it, but I am glad that we're beyond that, and hopefully we will begin to start a new conversation with Shem Creek.
And speaking of which, what is your message to the town of Mount Pleasant going forward for this particular situation?
As far as the situation of... the Shem Creek issue is over. I mean, we're getting an office building that will have parking underneath, and that's under construction now. So that issue is finished. We did have a councilman last evening, who asked for a task force on Shem Creek. He had actually reached out and collaborated with Save Shem Creek. So Save Shem Creek had a part in creating the framework for that task force. And I think that's the next conversation we'll have with Save Shem Creek.
Describe to me the following in one word: attainable housing.
Attainable housing is reachable.
A proposed fish market on Shem Creek.
It's not on Shem Creek, it's actually the farmer's market.
Excuse me, it's farmer's market, yes.
Interesting, perhaps not as well thought out as I might have preferred it be.
Yes, the Cooper River Bridge run.
Fantastic.
Yes.
A time that Mount Pleasant shines. We show our true colors. We have about 40,000 visitors and guests that day, and we entertain them well, and when they're gone, everything is clean and tidy, and you wouldn't have known they came. What a great day for Mount Pleasant.
It has been, and for that particular event as well. And I was sitting here just thinking about this just a second ago. I guess it's been 2 years now that you have been mayor of the town of Mount Pleasant?
Almost 2 years, yes.
You've been through a lot. New town council. You had issues with the lawsuits with Save Shem Creek. There's obviously issues going on with Highway 41 and Coleman Boulevard. As we sit here right now, what is it like to be not Mayor Linda Page, but Linda Page the person?
Oh, I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful for all my blessings. I just had a brief conversation with our town administrator, and you know, our problems are so small and in the scope of the world and the struggles and challenges that many people face. Linda Page, the person, is blessed, and I'm grateful.
That is awesome. How about Mayor Linda Page?
Mayor Linda Page is very similar. You know, who wouldn't want to be mayor of this fine community? We're in our budget process right now. We have a budget that's balanced. It makes sure that we accommodate all the core services that are needed by the town. We have the best staff in the state. I mean, Mayor Linda Page is doing pretty good.
That is very awesome. Well, Mayor Linda Page, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Always, Quintin. Nice
Thank
to
you.
see you.
You too.
All
Always.
right.
Thank you.